today with this was the second buck I took this year. Combo tag. Decent, nothing crazy. It wasn't worth getting taxidermied fully, like a wall mount. So I'm gonna do something I've never done before. So I'm gonna skin this myself, and then from people I've talked to and a little bit of research I've done, I'm supposed to skin it, then and get all the meat and as much stuff of it, the hide and as much stuff as I can get with a knife. I'll get off now. And then what I'll do apparently is boil it and get all of the meat and the stuff out of it. And then I haven't decided, I've got to bleach it, or you put some type of peroxide, you got to paint on it, and it's supposed to make the skull really white, and it makes the antlers, the chocolatiness down here kind of stand out and pop. My understanding is this is a European mount where it has to be bleached. All the bones are off. So I'll get some of my old deer from back in the day that I never had fully taxidermy, and I didn't know anything about a European mount. So I would just get my deer just like this, and I'd shoot one, and you take it to the processor, and what the processor would do, they turn your dead deer into meat, right? Package it up, cut it in steaks, chop, blah, 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 blah. And they ask you, do you want the head? So I'd always say, sure. And they cut the head off and they give me the head back. And then typically what would happen is I'd shove it in a contractor's bag and throw it behind the garage or something. And be like, oh, I'll take care of that. So on and so forth. And then after years and years, I ended up with all of these heads behind my garage. So I'd go, and after a couple years, I noticed if I leave it out there 2 or 3 years, nature just kind of takes its course, and bugs and other critters and all type of stuff will eat everything off of it, and then I would get it, and it would be essentially clean, and I get my power washer and just blow it off, and that's how I have random skulls throughout my house. That's my way. That's the long version of my hood version of a European mount. So I'm gonna try to see what I gotta do to get set up. Once again, like I said, I've never done this before. My parents years ago were nice enough to buy me an amateur deer processing kit, which I absolutely never got into. But I didn't throw it away or sell it, so it's coming in handy now. And I don't want to hear nobody's mouth about my little pull-through sharpener. I know it's not going to get the knife, the way you really want it, and it makes it uneven and all type of stuff. But I don't feel like taking the time to properly sharpen it. So this is what we got. It's okay. So let's see. I don't know what's gonna be the best way to set the camera up. I should do it right here. Let's see. So we got the head. I have no clue where to start. I guess I probably should put on some gloves. That hurt, right? Simple head. So, and probably got a lot of noise right now. The little man's upstairs. I don't have my mic, couldn't find it. I promise y'all I'm gonna get more organized to do this, right? And I'll get more organized in my setup. It's not on a tripod. This is sitting on the stool, just leaning up against something. But I do have a halfway decent. I got a pretty decent light this time. Right? Cute little social media light. So let's see. I'm gonna start. Let's just ideally, this kind of, well, this would be more white, and I let these sit outside, and these got kind of bleach. You can see the difference. These have a lot of color. These have just been cleaned up and bleached out, kind of. But essentially, this is going to be the basic structure. With that, well, see, I had a break on this one. I had to glue it back, but it's not the end of the world. All right, it kind of just fits right in there. And all these little nose pieces and stuff are really very delicate. But I was just getting this one so you can see that's going to be supposed to be the end product, right? And I'm getting it for myself, so it helps me kind of get a shape of what's going on down here. Because this can still get that first timer. All right, y'all, we're coming near the end of what I'm going to be able to accomplish tonight, but I was able to get this thick membrane off. Get up under at least across the top here. Becoming more familiar with my knife, with the scar. I mean, that's thick hide right there. Look how much cleaner that side is. So, let's see if I can get up under on this side real quick. Man, I guess the skin's supposed to be in there tight, right? Hand's starting to cramp up. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Right. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. You got a pretty decent little skull. Right. That's up in there. See something wiggling up in there. But look at that. Okay. I think for the day, for the evening, first time, got it pretty darn clean. I'm not gonna worry with gouging out the eyes right now. Yeah, don't worry with any of that. Okay, so see, we're not super far away Remember that one broke on the side. Not super far away here. And it doesn't look like, yeah, this looks like this might have been bigger head maybe. But we shall see when we get cleaned up. So, I've got to get cleaned up. If it were just me here, I'd probably throw this in the refrigerator and I wouldn't trip. Not my I'm in the basement, so I got my basement fridge. But I'll throw this in my deep freezer. I'll throw it in my deep freeze. And I don't think I, All right, so there we go. Pay no attention to the scared owl in the background. I was using that to hold my phone up. But yeah, there we go. So big pile of head, skin, ears, hide, etc. And then we got this bad boy right here. Personally, I think I did pretty darn good. First timer. All right, get them in. I'm gonna get them in a bag. Okay, we're gonna bag them up, throw them in the refrigerator. Then I'll get me a pot and my propane tank situation together, and then I'll boil everything off. Hopefully the next day or so, and I will keep you all updated to what's going on. All right. Yep, bang, and da-da-da-da. Ooh, it's wobbly. It's wobbly. Into the basement fridge we go. Sprites away.